All right, so here we go. Part 2 of this war here. Gonna take on this Sentinel mini boss. Ebb and flow intercept. Crumbling armor. So basically, ideally we should be intercepting here, which gives us a fury buff, temporary fury buff to increase her damage. Otherwise we're gonna hit super weak sauce, and Gullia doesn't hit that hard, generally speaking, unless she's ramped up, which she is here. So I actually chose not to really get too aggressive or risky here and go for many intercepts. Just trying to manage this fight, and happy to take my time with it, although maybe it doesn't work out so well in the end. A little foreshadowing there. But typical approach with Sentinel, a lot of medium attacks. You know, if you repeat basic attacks, he gains analysis charges quicker, will do a lot more damage, take less damage, and do some crazy incinerate damage even on the block on his special too. So we don't like that. So fight's going pretty well so far. Only 29 hits in, being very patient. A lot of dexing of specials, and he is a stubborn defender, so he's gonna go indestructible on the dexes there. So gonna have to parry often to make sure I'm doing some damage. But at this stage, his analysis is complete. So I can change the game plan up here a little bit. Although here I need to get a parry off, start doing some damage. Don't worry, I'm not hindsight's always 20/20. Man, how many times are you gonna hit this guy without getting that indestructible off, bro? There we go. Makes me happy. But you see there, I do the full combo. Throw off a special 2. Again, fight's being managed well, slow and steady. Wins the race sometimes. Sometimes, the whole unstoppable piece to the heavies is annoying. But you see there on a rare, I swear I must dex that special 2 like 99 out of 100 times. I was really surprised that I didn't dex that last one. Took it on the block, immediately just incinerated, just annihilated me down. So had to go back in here, and now I'm not ramped, so I'm hitting like a wet noodle. This time I'm playing a little bit more aggressive, or to be real, I'd say I was playing quite annoyed at this point. Just a little frustrated that I took a death there when I really thought I was gonna one-shot this. So now I am playing around and making sure I ain't gonna mess up on any of these dexing, any of the evading of the specials. See that? Look at my hit count already, almost at 50, and I've barely done any damage. How much more damage I'd done, at least in the initial attempt. Go. Get another nice clean full dex of the special 2. No more of that incinerate garbage. And now I'm just trying to get him down to that last 5% where I can throw off my special 3. For those that don't know, as long as you get your opponent down to 5%, you launch a special 3. They're gonna die. Even worse, works in Labyrinth and some of the larger content. And finishing with a special 3 is pretty much key or essential in a lot of content with Gully. She captures a soul, a digi-soul, and she starts the next fight with 100 hits in her combo. And when she's above 100 hits, her damage just continues to ramp with every single hit. And she's a beast. She's a beast. So it's a little tedious to get the ramp up, but once you're there, that shit is money. So get them below 5% here, throw off the special, and he's in the bin. So one of the longest War Sentinel fights ever. Now we're on Boss Island here. I'm going to take on this Korg on Rage. So Rage is the damage is capped at 2.5%. Anytime you would go above that, defender is going to gain a Fury buff. Max, they can stack up to 5. And if they reach 5, then they just go permanently on block bolt so you get those Furies off. So I go in here with Doom, again versus Korg. I know he's got a high crit rating, so I assume I'm gonna get a bunch of these Fury buffs on him, but beauty with Doom is I could also just nullify with a special 1, so I'm not really too worried about the Fury unless I make any major mistakes here. And taking on Korg on a node like this, after facing him so many times on Mixmaster, it's like swinging a bat with a donut and then taking that donut off. And like, oh, this shit is so easy. It's so light. So this is like Korg light. So a little minute into this fight, still not able to dex that special 1, man. My whole 1 out of 5 ratio isn't really holding true in this war, but at least there I had my aura up, so he's not gonna knock me down. I'm gonna take a lot less damage. And I'm pretty sure that first Korg that I took was much higher sig. I gotta start doing better and start looking at the sig levels, because they do, especially on someone like Korg, they are gonna matter. But you notice here how much less this Korg is kind of going ham and restoring my parries and whatnot. So that fight went pretty smooth. Felt good about that. So we're gonna move over here and take this Domino. We got Gully ramped. So main thing here, power focus 1, so she'll build up to a bar of power pretty quickly, but hard to get above that. And Hurt Locker can't throw the same special 2 times in a row, which doesn't really be a big deal in a fight like this. And the other thing, yeah, her special 1s are going to be unblockable, but especially when you're using a tech champ, not really too worried about her special 1s. What I am worried about, and what we're seeing play out here, is that damn critical failure, man. And this is a 6-star rank 2 or 3 Domino, so that critical failure is proccing like crazy. I haven't taken a single hit, but yet I'm taking plenty of damage. So it's part of the issue. When I dex, it's gonna give me that precision buff, and she essentially nullifies it, right? That critical failure, and you just take damage. So that's really what this whole fight is. I've already used my regeneration utility, so this fight's getting down to the wire. I really can't take any more block damage, but definitely didn't take any hits, but still got dropped poorly there. I should have healed up more there. That was my bad. So go back in here with Fury. See that critical failure. He's losing more, a lot more health. Slip up here. She catches me with a couple mediums and Geez, lost like almost 75% health. Wasn't expecting that, but is what it is. Move over to this Doom here. And aspect of evolution, enhanced special 2 bias, increased power gain. So this is a good placement for Doom. We often do the same in both battle groups. But essentially here, you really don't like much easier, if you call it easy, to dex Doom special 1 versus his special 2, especially when the first part of it is unblockable. So all it needs is to clip you that first part and your ass will be incinerated and melted. There, get a clean dex on the first part of that special 2. Felt good. So far I'm like, man, this fight's going pretty well. I thought the real Nick Fury would have been out already at this point, but I'm just literally holding on for dear life. The only issue is with all, with all the hits I'm doing here, I'm not really doing much damage. Real Fury isn't out, so as well as he hits and his bleed damage, it's a fraction of the beast that he becomes when he loses his life model decoy. Doom's a stubborn defender. It's going indestructible quite often in this bout. So finally missed the dex in the special 1. Your boy, the real Nick Fury, is out now. I need to parry, get that indestructible off. There we go. Again. Just wanted to parry here, throw off that special. There we go. Stuns him. We get the internal bleed on. But poof, just dex that last piece way too early. Been doing fairly well with that as of late, but not today. So we go back in here with Doom, finish him off. Power versus power, as I like to say. My New York accent. Don't know what happened there. Completely misdexing that special 1. I mean, he does have one of the most annoying special 1s in the game. They purposely made that shit hard. Like his special 1 and 2, the timing is just like, it's not like certain defenders you could just time it and it's like almost flawless, like 100% of the time. I don't know, man. I still get clipped by pieces of both specials quite often. So this fight's not going as well as I would have liked. Definitely not doing nearly the damage that Nick had done. So hoping I could at least get a special 3 off here and do a good amount of damage. So that's what I do. If nothing else, I got the special off, but if I can't kill him, at least let's make sure we get at least 1 attack bonus on this one. So Doom can't be shocked, but he can still be passively stunned, as we see here. Was hoping to get a little bit more power from this, but not happening. So lose another attack bonus, but revive Fury, get the last one. Didn't get any action on the boss. We were able to drop the minis, but we get the W. That's all that matters. We're 7-0 and on the rise. This is Bruce Lee with the second, aka Bruce the Deuce, signing off. See you in the next one.